Developments tonight with the investigation of fraudulent employment claims in California. Since last month, KCRA3 Investigates has been looking into stacks of letters from the State Employment Development Department showing up in people's mailboxes. And for weeks, we've gotten virtually no answers about what EDD was doing about this until today.
They were all in our compartment. They all came all at once, and they had they were bounded with a rubber band.
Steve Smith got all these letters from EDD on the same day. The only problem is,
I've never had an unemployment check in my life.
Smith is just the latest in a long list of people to contact KCRA3 Investigates about stacks of letters coming to their homes. All of them to the right address, none of them for people who live there.
If it was like 2 letters to a married couple, a married couple each getting a letter or something like that, then okay, the post office put them in the wrong box. Or if the address was, across the street or something like that, okay, that's a mistake. But 34 letters to 15 different people from offices all up and down the state, something's going on.
For weeks, KCRA3 Investigates has been trying to get answers from EDD about how many fraudulent letters, how many fraudulent claims, or even how the state's unemployment department was handling what it calls fraud. To no avail. Until today, when EDD sent this press release saying perpetrators are often using stolen identity information from national and global data breaches, as well as exploiting expedited payment efforts in the federal PUA program. EDD outlined 2 steps to fight fraud. First, it is going to limit multiple claims at the same address. Second, to fight the fraud in the federal PUA program, it will no longer allow automatic backtiming of unemployment benefits, something a lot of rideshare drivers and contractors need.
Excuse me for laughing. I just find this release absolutely astounding.
Fresno Assemblyman Jim Patterson and other members of the legislature requested and got an emergency audit of the agency because of what he called a lack of transparency. Patterson has raised some big issues with the steps EDD is spelling out to stop fraud in this press release.
First of all, this release admits to astounding incompetence, where they are now saying, well, we're going to stop sending these multiple envelopes to the single address. Well, where were they when the first 30, 40, 50 showed up weeks and months ago?
Patterson wants to know how EDD allowed this to happen for so long.
To suggest that just now they are capable of identifying and stopping multiple letters to a single address? Why in the world didn't you figure that out when the first few went out? You've got a computer that will tell you things like that.
He also thinks preventing backtiming of PUA claims is the wrong approach, particularly since getting through to someone at the EDD call center for help can take hours if they ever get a response at all.
They're basically putting it on the backs of the unemployed in the state of California to go figure out a way how they work themselves through the minefield of incompetence at the EDD in order to get their unemployment dated back from when they were first unemployed.
The multiple checks and money that may have been paid out concern Steve Smith.
Absolutely, it worries me. And take it a step further, I'm a state worker. They just cut my pay 10%. And there's a rumor that they're cutting our medical benefits. So, and if these are all checks going to people, come on, man.
And late this afternoon, that man you just heard from, Steve Smith, he called us back to say that just today he got 13 more letters, all addressed to the same people. And so far, EDD has been unable to tell us how widespread this fraud is, how much money has been lost. Assemblyman Patterson and other members of the legislature say their questions aren't being answered either.
I think for me, if I got 15 of these letters, I'd wonder what do you do with them?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to be on hold for however long you have to wait to actually reach someone there.
Well, as you know, we've had a stack for quite some time, and EDD's never even asked us what we're going to do with them. But what they do tell people, Edie, is that they'd like you to send them back to EDD or put return to sender on the envelope. But at the same time, as Patterson points out, what about the fraudsters? They know that people are going to be doing that. They go into mailboxes and they could potentially take it out. So he's suggesting there may not be a right answer right now.